Christ. Don't collect earthly treasure. Collect what lasts forever. Now, collecting treasure that lasts forever is not only about investing our money. It's also about how we invest our time. Where are you investing your time? I recently, Melinda and I, we were on the road and we heard a podcast by Pastor Karen Newhoff, and he was talking about time management. It blew my mind what he said. He said how everyone in the world has the same amount of time each day. There are 24 hours a day. When someone has a child, it's not like they get an extra 4 hours a day. There you go, enjoy. No, you still have only 24 hours a day. And the amount of time you have is the same amount of time that a brain surgeon has. The amount of time that we have is the same amount of time that the President of the United States has. So when we say, oh, I don't have time for this, or I don't have time for that, the truth is, we actually do have time. We just choose not to make time. And guess what? We can be self-indulgent with our time, right? I mean, how many time wasters are out there? Are we making time to invest in other people? Are we prioritizing gathering with God's people on Sundays? Church, let me tell you, when you make it here on Sundays, everything changes. Everything. When you meet with us here on Sundays, there are people that you can encourage. There are areas where you can help, and there are lives that can be changed because of your time. It's not about filling roles or filling up empty seats. It's not about, it's about being part of the body of Christ and seeing our time as a gift from God and investing that time back into His kingdom, back into His church. Guys, when I text you or message you because, you haven't been in church in a while and, where have you been? It's not because you're just a number for our attendance. It's because you encourage other people when you make time to be with them. We're all in this together. We all need each other. I can only imagine when Jesus returns. I can only imagine what it will be like when He gives us the crown of life. Church, picture this with me. When we witness all the people who will be there in eternity with us, because we chose to not waste time collecting earthly treasures, but collecting the things that last forever. When I read this passage, I felt like James was giving us a reality check. Because when we someday face Jesus, our education will matter to Him. Our job promotions will matter to Him. The amount of money we have in our banks will matter to Him. The number of likes we have on our social media accounts will matter to Him. Our fancy new car will matter to Him. Our comfort won't matter to Him. Our clothes, our gold, our silver will matter to Him. If we live for all of that and at the end face Jesus, what treasure will we show Him? Look, Jesus, see how much money I made. Look, Jesus, do you see my collection of valuable items? Look at the size of my house. Look at my beautiful car. If that is what we live for, all those things will just be evidence against us. It will only show God that we didn't really use our life to love God and love other people. We just live for ourselves. Now, I know that this sermon might feel like a slap in the face. That's exactly how I felt when I read it and when I wrote it. But James' point is supposed to make us live for something so much bigger than ourselves. He's saying, don't collect earthly treasure, collect what lasts forever. What are you collecting in your life? Is God calling you to use your money and your time to invest in His kingdom? Because if your heart is in God's kingdom, that's where it's going to go. As for me, I want to analyze my own life and see where I'm wasting resources, wasting time, wasting money. I want to be the kind of Christian that Paul describes in Philippians 2:3. Do nothing from rivalry or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourselves. Let's not collect things that will only fade away and get destroyed. Let's collect things that last forever.